Hello, people in the future watching this. Hello, I'm here waiting for people to log on to the live stream for today's yoga class. Hey everyone. Alright, welcome to my channel. My name is Bobbie and today's Tuesday, so we'll be doing some yoga for cyclists. This is an all levels Vinyasa flow. And it's geared towards cyclists, but it's honestly great for anyone. Today's class is going to be especially about the knees and stretching and strengthening the knees, which is very important if you're a cyclist, because I feel like a lot of cyclists, well, maybe not a lot. I guess I feel like, I don't know, I've always had issues with my knees hurting and stuff. I think it was mostly because I was a gymnast, and that took a toll on my knees. But cycling has also helped my knees too in some ways. And then I also had a knee injury this summer. So, yeah, knees. Okay, so for props today, you will need a bolster. If you don't have a bolster, you can use a pillow or two, so grab a couple pillows maybe. You could also use a rolled up blanket. And then I'm also going to be using a blanket, for padding on my knees. So go ahead and grab a couple pillows and a blanket if you got those. And then we'll also need one block. If you don't have a block, you can use a book that's about the size of a yoga block. So like this big. If you don't have anything, that's fine. You can still do all the poses that we're going to be doing without a block. So yeah, let's get started. We're going to get started lying on our backs with our bolster right away, or pillow, or rolled up blanket. You can even use a couple pillows maybe if you'd like. You're going to place whatever props you're using underneath the knees and then lie on your back. Once you get on your back, really tuck the shoulder blades underneath you. Let the arms relax completely. Let the legs relax completely. Close the eyes, relax the face, and begin to slow the breath down. Settling in. Feeling held by the earth beneath you. Slowing things down. Let go of whatever happened before you came to your mat today, and let go of anything that might happen after. Allow yourself to be completely present. Focusing solely on the breath. Naturally, thoughts will come to your mind. And notice them, observe them, but then let them go with each exhale. With each inhale, feel the belly rise, feel the chest rise. Maybe hold it for a second at the top. And then as you exhale, feel the chest lower and the belly lower. Maybe hold it for a second at the bottom. And then inhale again. Taking deep, even breaths, just like this. Making the inhales as long as the exhales, and the exhales as long as the inhales. You have Ujjayi breath in your practice. You may take that now as well, by constricting the back of the throat as you breathe, kind of making a ha sound, but with the lips closed. And if you haven't practiced Ujjayi breath before and you'd like to try, you could even try it with the mouth open at first, and it'll seem kind of weird, but you're at home, so who cares? So you're gonna kind of make a ha sound, but with the lips closed as you inhale and exhale. So it'd be like this. That's with the mouth open, and then you just close the lips. And it makes a more audible breath. This breath is also known as ocean breath or Darth Vader breath. I don't know. Just take a few more moments here, sitting in silence and breathing. And on your next inhale, begin to blink the eyes open. You wiggle the fingers and toes a little bit. Maybe circle the ankles and wrists. Rock the head from side to side. Then reach the arms up overhead, the legs out long in front of you for a morning stretch, waking the entire body up, but still staying present and having a clear mind. Then move your prop off to the side for a little bit. Start warming up in the core right away. So lift the legs up in the air. Then bring the hands behind the head, interlace elbows out wide. Lower the left leg down to hover. Really keep pressing that low back against the ground. So pull that belly in. Make sure that low back isn't coming up off the ground. Press it so that it's flush with the ground. Take an inhale. As you exhale, twist to the right, keeping the elbows wide, really twisting from the navel. And then we'll take pulses here. To the right, keep pressing that low back into the ground. Try to keep the chin lifted off of the chest. Hands only lightly on the head to support the head lightly, not pulling you up. Really moving from the core. A few more breaths. And then inhale, come back to center, lift that left leg up. And then we'll switch sides. And then exhale, exhale, lower that right leg down to hover. Keep pressing that belly in towards the earth. The back is flush with the ground. Take an inhale. Exhale, twist towards the left. Using your navel to twist, chin is off the chest, and then pulse here with the upper body. Remember to keep breathing. Try to keep the legs engaged. Toes are either pointed or flexed. Couple more. And then inhale, release, lift both legs up, and then slowly begin to lower them down towards the earth. Hug the knees into the chest, rock a little bit from side to side. And then from here, either roll off to one side and make your way to a seat, come up to a seat, or begin to rock up and down the spine a few times, massaging out the back, eventually coming to a seat. And then find your bolster or whatever prop you're using for a bolster, rolled up blanket, pillow, couple pillows. Actually, let's just do probably just one pillow. All right, so with the legs out in front of you, sit up nice and tall. Pull the belly in towards the spine. Bring the hands down by the sides. We're going to let the legs relax completely. But then as you inhale, trying not to clench the glutes, you're going to lift the heels up off the earth, straightening the legs. A few times. Remember to keep breathing. As you inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Try not to clench the glutes. Keep sitting up nice and tall. Let's do one more. Exhale, lower. Relax for a second. And then from here, you're going to lift one leg up. Let's do the right leg first. Still trying not to clench the glutes. Flex those right toes. Then as you exhale, twist that right foot out to the right. And then bring it back in. No clenching the glutes. A few more. Exhale, lower. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. And then we'll do that on the other side. Lift the left leg. Try not to clench those glutes, but sit up nice and tall using that core. Press the hands down. Flex the left toes. And begin to turn the left foot out and then in. Out and then in. Moving with your breath. And then bring it back to center and lower it down. Inhale, lift the arms up above the head. As you exhale, fold over the legs with that whatever prop you're using underneath them. That'll help you fold a little bit further down and stretch out the low back a little more. And begin to warm up the hamstrings and the backs of the knees. Inhale to sit up tall and move your prop off to the side. Roll over the knees and come to hands and knees, tabletop position. Feel free to bring a blanket underneath the knees if you have sensitive knees like me. Hands are right underneath the shoulders, knees right underneath the hips. Fingertips spread nice and wide. Press the tops of the feet into the earth. Pull the belly in towards the spine. On an inhale, lift the heart, lift the hips, let the belly sink. Exhale, round the spine. Pull everything in towards the midline. Look down towards the thighs. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Moving with your breath. Use your breath to guide your movements. On your next inhale, come to a neutral spine, tabletop position. Walk the hands about a handprint in front of where they were. Tuck the toes underneath and lift the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Begin to pedal through the feet a little bit. Walking out your down dog. First down dog of class, maybe even your first down dog of the day. So really warm it up. And then when you're ready, find stillness for a moment. Press into the palms to lift the hips nice and high. If you feel your spine rounding forward like so, you can bring a nice bend into the knees so you find that nice long spine that you want here. Shoulder blades roll down the back and away from the ears. Belly pulls in towards the spine. Gazes towards the thighs or navel. On your next inhale, wave the body forward, bringing the shoulders right above the wrists. Press the heels back behind you and reach the crown of the head forward. Gaze is a little bit in front of the hands on the floor, so the neck is nice and long. Keep pressing into the palms to lift that back heart space up. Lengthen the tailbone back behind you. Pull the belly in. You can always lower the knees down. Few more breaths here. Feeling the heat build in the body from the inside out. On an inhale, lean the shoulders slightly forward, so really come to the tips of the toes. As you exhale, you're going to lower down, squeezing the elbows in towards the sides all the way to the belly. Untuck the toes, press the tops of the feet into the earth. Roll the shoulder blades down the back. On an inhale, lift up, baby cobra. Using only your back strength, so maybe even lift the hands up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift up. Maybe coming up a little higher this time. Keep squeezing the elbows in, shoulder blades roll down the back. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift up. Maybe coming up a little higher. Full cobra. Shoulder blades roll down the back. Elbows squeeze in. Exhale, lower. Either move through your child's pose to downward facing dog or squeeze everything in towards the midline. Tuck the toes. On an inhale, press up. Plank. Exhale, hips lift. Downward facing dog. Take a couple deep breaths here. And then inhale, wave the body forward to plank. Take a couple breaths here. Come forward on the tiptoes. Exhale, lower all the way down to the belly once again. Then from here, bend the right knee and reach back for the right foot with the right hand. Keep squeezing the knees toward one another. Lengthen the tailbone back. And breathe into the front of that right thigh. So a lot of times knee pain can also actually be caused by the quadriceps being tight. So that's one reason why I love quad stretches, because it really helps my knees. Because the quads, if they're really tight, they can kind of pull up on the knees and it can cause pain, especially if you're a cyclist or an athlete in general. Exhale, carefully release that back foot and then switch sides. Bend the left knee, reach back for the left foot with the left hand. Lengthen the tailbone back, squeeze the knees toward one another. And breathe. Carefully release the back foot. Press into the tops of the feet. Bring the forearms out in front of you. Elbows right underneath the shoulders, maybe slightly in front of them. But try not to have the elbows back here. You really want to get a nice lift in the heart. Roll the shoulder blades down in the back and press that heart space through. Stay here or come into another quad stretch by bending the right knee, reaching back for the right foot with the right hand, and then try to square the shoulders off to the top of the mat. Breathe here. You can stay on the left forearm or maybe press into the left palm to lift that elbow up. Keep rolling the shoulder blades down the back. Exhale, lower everything down and switch sides. If you took that on the first side, bend the left knee. Reach back for the left foot with the left hand. Square the shoulders off to the top of the mat. Stay here or press into the right palm to lift that right elbow up for a more intense stretch. Exhale, lower everything back down. Bring the hands by the sides or by the low ribs. Squeeze the elbows in. Either move through your child's pose to downward facing dog or tuck the toes underneath. Squeeze everything in towards the midline. Press up plank on an inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. When you're ready, bend the knees, look forward, and step the feet all the way to the top of the mat. Feet land right underneath the hips. Let the body hang over the legs. Maybe clasp opposite elbows. Maybe sway a little bit from side to side. You can have as much of a bend in the knees if you'd like, especially if you'd like to get more of a lower back stretch. Having a bend in the knees is really good for stretching out that low back. If you clasped opposite elbows, release the arms down. Then everyone bring a nice bend into the knees and slowly begin to roll up, squeezing the abdomen in. One vertebra at a time, coming all the way to stand. Shoulder blades roll down the back, palms spin open, the head lifts up last. Tadasana, mountain pose. From here, find a block. If you have a block or your book, or you could even use like a couple pillows. Actually, no, that wouldn't, I feel like, never mind. Don't do that. It has to be something solid. Yeah, if you don't have one, that's totally fine. You're gonna stand at the top of your mat, bring the block in between the knees and squeeze the block. So the block should be the narrow way. Yeah, so then you're squeezing it in. And then inhale, lift the arms up. As you exhale, bend into the knees, reach the hips back, lean the heart forward and up, lengthen the tailbone down. Keep squeezing that block. Do not let it fall. And if you're doing this without a block, you'll bring the feet together. And instead of squeezing the block, just squeeze your knees toward one another. Take a few more deep breaths here. Try to bring more weight in the heels rather than the toes. On an exhale, fold over the legs. Keep that block in between the legs. Squeeze it. Inhale, halfway lift. Remove the block off to the side. Keep it nearby. Exhale, you can keep the feet hips width distance or heel toe them together, whatever feels best in your body. Exhale, fold, and step the left foot way back behind you. Lower the back knee. Feel free to bring a blanket underneath the knee or fold part of your mat over. Make sure this right knee is right above the right ankle. If it's coming forward like this, you can place a hand on the back of your foot to help you take a longer stance. Then, from here, Plant the left hand down. Inhale the right arm up towards the sky. Stay here. Or bend the back knee. You reach back for your foot, your left foot with the right hand. Spin the heart open, shoulder blades roll down the back. Now, if you also happen to have a strap nearby, and if you tend to cramp up in the hamstring, which is really common actually, when you take this pose, you can take your strap with a small loop in it and place that loop around the ball of the foot so that you can pull that foot in using a strap. I don't have a strap nearby me to demonstrate, otherwise I would. If not, just don't worry about it. Then carefully release the back foot, remove the strap if you used it. Bring both hands to frame the front foot, tuck the back toes, hug this right foot in, and then shoot it up and back, three-legged dog. Take an inhale here, or keep that right leg lifted, or you can lower it, stay in your down dog, or move through your vinyasa. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, the left leg up towards the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, step that left foot through in between the hands. Lower the back knee down. Make sure left knee is above the left ankle. Plant the right hand. Inhale the left arm up towards the sky. Stay here or come into your quad stretch with or without a strap. Wherever you're at though, make sure the shoulder blades roll down the back and the heart spins open. Carefully release that back foot if you grabbed it. Remove the strap if you're using one. Bring both hands to frame the front foot. Tuck the back toes. Lift the back knee. Step that right foot forward to meet the left. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. And grab your block. Step the feet about hips width distance apart. Bring that block in between the knees. Squeeze them together. If you're not using a block, you can just bring the feet together and do it by squeezing your knees together. Okay, exhale, fold over the legs. Bend into the knees. Inhale, lift that heart up. Utkatasana, chair pose. Squeezing that block if you're using it. Otherwise, squeezing the knees toward one another. Lengthen the tailbone down. Lift that heart up. Pull the belly button in towards the spine. On your exhale, inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, hands to heart center. Squeezing that block in between the knees. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, bend into the knees. Utkatasana, chair pose. Let the hips sink nice and low. Lengthen the tailbone down. Try to bring more weight in the heels rather than the toes. Keep breathing. On your next exhale, lift the hips up, fold over the legs. Keep squeezing that block. Inhale, halfway lift, find length in the spine. Move your block off to the side. Just keep your feet hips width distance, or feel free to heel toe them together. Exhale, fold, and step that right foot way back behind you. Coming into your lunge. It's time to keep the back knee lifted. And make sure that left knee is right above the left ankle. Inhale, lift the left arm up towards the sky. Exhale, bring both hands to frame the front foot. Hug this left foot in, shoot it up and back, three-legged dog. Keep the left leg lifted or lower it. Stay in your down dog or move through your vinyasa. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. On the inhale, lift the right leg up towards the sky. Exhale, step that right foot through in between the hands. Right knee right above right ankle. Plant the left palm. Inhale the right arm up towards the sky. Exhale, bring both hands to frame the front foot. Step that left foot forward to meet the right, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Find your block if you're using it. Feet hips width distance apart. Block in between the knees. Squeeze that block. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend into the knees. Lift that heart up. Utkatasana, chair pose. Lengthen the tailbone down. Pull the belly in. More weight in the heels rather than the toes. On your next inhale, rise to stand. Keep squeezing the block. Exhale, hands to heart center. On an inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Sink down. Hips reach back like you're about to sit into a really tiny chair. A really, really tiny chair. Get nice and low. Heart lifts. Lengthen the tailbone down. Squeeze that block if you're using it. Otherwise, squeeze the knees together. Exhale, fold over the legs. Keep squeezing the block. Inhale, halfway lift. Move the block off to the side. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. Arms reach overhead. Keep that right foot forward. Step that left foot way back behind you. Bring both feet parallel. I'm going to turn to face you so I'm not facing the wall. So both feet are parallel. Feet are nice and wide, about underneath the wrists. Okay, from here, take an inhale, lift the heart. As you exhale, bring the hands underneath the shoulders, fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Bring the hands to interlace at the low back. Exhale, fold once more. Reach the crown of the head down towards the earth. Carefully release the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Walk the feet to frame that right foot and spin both feet forward. So you're in your lunge. Then ground through the back heel. Align front heel with the arch of the back foot. Reach the left fingertips forward. Then use that arm to guide you up to stand. Warrior two. Lunge into that front knee. Look over the right fingertips. Really pull that belly in, lengthen the tailbone down towards the earth. Left arm is lifting as high as the right. Both arms reach in opposite directions. Press that right knee slightly out to the right so that when you look down, you can see your right big toe. Maybe sink a little bit further. Then from here, flip the front palm. On an inhale, reach the left arm down the left leg. Right arm overhead, reverse warrior. Keep lunging through that front knee. Abdomen is engaged. As you exhale, reach those right fingertips forward as far as you can. Then either place that right forearm on your thigh or right hand to the inside of the right foot, either on the floor or a block. Flip that back palm up towards the sky as it reaches back, and then reach the left arm over the left ear. Look up. Side angle. On an inhale, rise all the way up to stand. Left arm down the left leg, right arm overhead. Straighten that right leg. Reverse triangle. Take an inhale. As you exhale, reach those right fingertips forward as far as you can. Then let that right hand land wherever it lands, keeping a nice long right side body. You can land anywhere on the leg, a block, or the floor. Lift the left arm up towards the sky. Press the hips forward. Tuck that right hip underneath the left. From here, bring that left hand to the left hip. Heel toe the back foot in a little. I'm going to step my front foot in so I have room out in front of me. Then reach those right fingertips about 6 to 12 inches in front of that right pinky toe. Inhale, lift that left leg up, stack left hip on top of right, so open up those hips. Flex that left foot. Maybe lift the left arm up towards the sky. Ardha Chandrasana, half movement. Stay here, or maybe you bend that left knee and reach back for the left foot with the left hand. Kick that foot into the hand. Sugar cane bow pose. Woo. Carefully release that back foot if you grabbed it. Bend into the front knee, landing back into your warrior two. Then bring the hands to cartwheel that front foot. Lift the back heel. Hug this right foot in. Shoot it up and back. Three-legged dog. Maybe bend the knee, open up the hip. Maybe do a couple leg circles. Maybe you stay in your three-legged dog doing leg circles, or maybe you flip your dog into wild thing. Only if that's in your practice. Otherwise, don't worry about it. I just like to give lots of options. If you were in your three-legged dog, wild thing, make your way back to your three-legged dog. Right leg lifted. You can keep that right leg lifted or lower it. Stay in your down dog or move through your vinyasa. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. From here, bend the knees, look forward, step or maybe lightly hop to the top of the mat. Fold over the legs on an exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand, arms reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. All right, let's do that on the other side. So if you're using a block, go ahead and grab your block again, or book. Take it, place it in between the knees. Squeeze it. Feet are nice and parallel. If you're not using your block, step the feet together and squeeze the knees toward one another. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, bend into the knees like you're about to sit into a really, really tiny chair. Squeeze that block. Lengthen the tailbone down. Lift that heart up. On your exhale, fold over the legs, still squeezing the block. Inhale, halfway lift. Remove the block. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand, arms reach up. Exhale, step that right foot way back behind you. Parallel the feet. Inhale, lift up. Lift the heart. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Interlace the hands at the low back. Try to do opposite thumb on top than you did before. Exhale, fold again. Carefully release the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. And walk the hands to frame that left foot. Lift the back heel up. Bring both feet to face forward. Then ground through the back heel. Align the front heel with the arch of the back foot. Reach those right fingertips forward. And then use that hand to guide you up. Warrior two. Reach both arms out in either direction. Lengthen the tailbone down. Pull the belly in. Press that left knee out slightly to the left so that when you look down, you can see that left big toe. Warrior two. Maybe sink a little further into that left leg. Then reach that right arm down the right leg. Flip the left palm. Inhale the left arm up towards the sky. Reverse warrior. Keep lunging into that front knee, just as you were in warrior two. Inhale, center. Warrior two. Exhale, reach the left fingertips forward as far as you can. Then either bring left forearm to thigh or left hand to the inside of that left foot, either on the floor or a block. Flip the back palm, the right palm, and then reach it right over the right ear. Spin that heart open. Look up. Nice long line from the heel of that right foot right to the right fingertips. Then inhale, come up to stand, right arm down the right leg, left arm overhead, straighten that left leg, reverse triangle. Exhale, reach the left fingertips forward as far as you can. Then place that left hand down anywhere on the leg, the block, a block, or the floor. Right arm reaches up, press the hips forward. Tuck that left hip underneath you. Shoulder blades roll down the back. Maybe look up. Then bring the right hand to the right hip. Step that back foot in a little bit, except I'm going to step my front foot back so I have room in front of me. Reach that left hand out in front of you, either on the block or the floor. Lift that right leg up towards the sky. Stack right hip on top of left. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Woo. It's okay if you lose your balance. Having a real hard time balancing today. Keep that right leg engaged. Keep the belly pulling in. Try to find something either on the floor or somewhere in front of you that's not moving to focus on, and that'll help you balance. Stay in your half moon or bend the right knee. Reach back for your right foot. Kick the foot into the hand. Carefully release the back foot if you grabbed it. Then bend into that right knee. Come up, warrior two for just a moment. Exhale, bring the hands to frame the front foot. Lift that back heel. Hug this left foot in. Shoot it up and back. Three-legged dog. Bend the left knee. Open up the hip. Maybe do some leg circles. Maybe you stay in your three-legged dog, or maybe you flip your dog into wild thing if that's in your practice. Carefully make your way back. Three-legged dog, left leg lifted. Stay in your down dog or move through your vinyasa. You can keep the left leg lifted or lower it. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bend into the knees. Let's bring the knees together today. Big toes touch behind you. And reach the hips back towards the heels. Lower the forehead down towards the earth. Child's pose. Take a few deep breaths here. Starting to slow back down. Focus on the breath. And take a moment to notice how the body feels right now compared to how you felt at the beginning of class. Especially notice how the knees feel. Hopefully they feel better. Then on an inhale, walk the hands back in towards the midline, coming to sit up on the heels. Let's take, sorry, I'm just trying to decide what I have time for. Okay, let's take a hero pose. So, it's find a block if you have one. If you don't, you can use a pillow or two or your book. And bring that block on any height or pillows in between the heels, like so. Sit back on it. You can kind of take the calves out using your thumbs and kind of pull them outward so you get a better stretch in the thighs and kind of getting them out of the way because sometimes they get in the way. You can stay right here. Maybe you begin to lean back. Tuck that tailbone underneath. If the knees might want to try to lift up, don't let them lift up off the ground. Keep them grounded. And try not to let the knees splay out to the sides. Keep them tracking right out from the hips. And you can do this without a block too, by bringing, it can be pretty intense. And I don't even know if I can do it anymore with my knee, my bad knee. And same thing as on the block. You can begin to lean back, maybe coming onto the forearms, or maybe coming down to the spine, which I'm not going to do. Keep that belly button pulling in towards the spine. Maybe you let the head drop back behind you. Couple more breaths here. And then if you reclined, bring the chin in short towards the chest and carefully reverse your way out. Then everyone bring the hands out in front of you and make your way into a seat with the legs out in front of you. Maybe shake out the legs a little bit. And then bring the left foot to the inner thigh, to the inner right thigh. Flex the right toes up towards the sky. Feel free to sit up on a blanket, a block, pillow, bolster, whatever you have. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. As you exhale, hinge from the hips. Reach, leading with the heart. Fold over that right leg. Inhale, lift up. And switch sides. Left leg reaches out in front of you. Right foot comes to the inner left thigh. Flex the left toes up towards the sky. Inhale, the arms up overhead. Exhale, lead with the heart. Fold over your left leg. You don't have to have straight legs here. You can always feel free to bring a prop underneath that left knee if you'd like. Inhale, lift back up. And then reach both legs out in front of you. Bring the soles of the feet onto the earth. Sit up nice and tall. Take an inhale. Reach the arms out in front of you. Then as you exhale, as slow as you can, roll down the spine. Pull that belly button in towards the spine. Lower all the way onto the back. Oh yeah, make sure you have a block nearby if you were using it before, or your book. You're going to use it once more. So take your block if you're using it, place it in between the knees once again. Squeeze that block with the knees. Everyone press the belly into the earth. If you're not using a block, keep the feet hips width distance apart and pretend like you have something in between the knees, but you don't want to let the knees fall in toward one another. You want to keep them tracking straight out from the hips, and you don't want to let them splay out to the sides. From here, don't look from side to side in this pose. Also, on an inhale, we're going to lift the hips up. Keep squeezing that block between the knees if you're using it. Otherwise, keep your feet hips width distance apart. You can stay here, maybe interlace the hands underneath you. Breathe into the belly. Lift that heart space up. Try to lift the chin away from the chest. Then if you interlace the hands, release the interlace. Everyone slowly lower down, upper back, middle back, lower back. Take a couple breaths. And then we'll do that one more time. So squeeze that block if you're using it. Snuggle those shoulder blades underneath you. On an inhale, lift those hips up. Maybe interlace the hands. Keep pressing those hips up. Squeeze the knees toward one another. Squeeze that block. Lift the chin away from the chest. Release the hands if you interlace them. Slowly lower down, upper back, middle back, lower back. You can release that block if you're using it. Bring the feet wide and then let the knees fall in toward one another. Reach the arms out to a T or a cactus shape with the palms facing up. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, gently let the legs fall over to the left. Maybe bring the head to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, legs to the right. Maybe bring that head to the left. Inhale, center. Legs left, head right. Inhale, center. Legs right, head left. Inhale, center. Legs left, head right. Inhale, center. Legs right, head left. Inhale, center. Parallel the feet, or bring the feet hip back to hips width distance apart. Then cross right ankle over left thigh. Press that right knee out. Make sure to flex that right foot to protect your knee and ankle joint. Stay here or bring the legs in toward you. Thread the right arm through, either interlace behind the left thigh or in front of the left shin. Keep that tailbone lengthening down towards the earth. Keep flexing those right toes. Maybe use the right elbow to gently press the right knee up or to add intensity. From here, keep the legs in this figure four shape. Bring the arms out to a T or cactus shape. Take an inhale. As you exhale, let the legs fall over to the left side. So the left outer leg is going to land on the ground and the right sole of the foot lands on the ground. Press that right knee up towards the sky. You can use your hand to help you do so. Keep the right shoulder grounded. Gaze is either straight up at the sky or over the right shoulder if that feels okay on your neck. Inhale, bring the legs back through center. Now cross right thigh all the way over the left leg. So bring that left, cross the legs a little further. And then reach for your feet or ankles. Flex the feet and reach both feet out in either direction, but pull them downward gently using the hands. Keep the tailbone lengthening down. Carefully release the hands, the feet. And then we'll do that all on the other side. Cross left ankle over right thigh, flex that left foot, press the left knee out. Stay here or bring the legs in, thread the left arm through, interlace the hands either behind the left thigh or in front of, the right thigh or in front of the right shin. You can use that left elbow to gently nudge the left knee out further to add intensity. Keep lengthening the tailbone down. Flex that left foot. Bring both arms out to a T. Keep this figure four shape in the legs. Take an inhale. Exhale, gently let the legs fall over to the right side. Right outer leg lands on the ground and the left sole of the foot lands. Press that left knee up towards the sky. Maybe look over the left shoulder if that feels okay on your neck. Breathe into the belly. Inhale the legs up through center. Cross that left leg over the right further so the thighs stack on top one another. Try to bring the knees to stack in one line, if you can. Either bring the hands to the outer feet or the outer ankles or outer calves. Press those feet, reach the feet out in either direction from right to left. Lengthen the tailbone down, flex the feet, and gently pull the feet or legs downward with the hands. Should feel a little stretch in that left outer hip, left outer glute. Carefully release the feet, uncross the legs. Hug the knees in towards the chest, but bring the knees wide. You can either bring the hands to the backs of the thighs, the outer calves, outer ankles, or outer feet. If you're bringing the hands to the outer feet, you're going to want to reach from in between the legs to the outside of the feet. Press the feet into the hands and the hands back into the feet. Lengthen the tailbone down. Happy baby. Maybe rock a little bit from side to side. Maybe straighten one leg at a time. Maybe straighten both legs. Then hug the knees into the chest. Really give yourself a big squeeze. Pull that forehead up towards the knees. Coming into as small of a ball as you can get. Take one more inhale. Exhale through the mouth. Reach the legs out in front of you. Shavasana. Relax every single muscle in the body. Close the eyes. Relax the face. Maybe bring a pillow or a rolled up blanket or a bolster underneath the knees. Let me do that. Or you can bring the soles of the feet onto the earth with the feet wide and the knees falling in toward one another. Or just take your regular Shavasana. Whatever feels best in your body, whatever your body is asking for. If you haven't already, close the eyes, relax the face. Let's take 3 cleansing breaths together. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale. Sigh it out through the mouth. Last one. Inhale through the nose. Exhale. Let it all out. Snuggle the shoulder blades underneath the back. Tuck the chin slightly so the back of the neck is long. Relax the feet and each and every toe. Relax the lower legs. Relax the knees. Relax the thighs. Relax the hips. Relax the belly. Relax the chest. Relax the entire spine. Relax the shoulders. Relax the neck. Relax the upper arms. The lower arms. Relax the hands and each and every finger. Unclench the jaw. Uncrinkle the forehead. Feel the eyes sink into their sockets. Relax the crown of the head. Shavasana. Slowly begin to deepen the breath. Bring small movements to the fingers and toes. Circle the ankles and wrists. Rock the head from side to side. And reach the arms up overhead, the legs out long in front of you for a morning stretch. Hug the knees into the chest and carefully roll onto one side. Rest here for a moment, and whenever you're ready, trying to keep the eyes closed or a soft gaze, make your way up into a comfortable cross-legged seat at the top of your mat. Once you arrive, re-close the eyes if you opened them. Sit up nice and tall, taller than you have all day. On an inhale, reach the arms up overhead, palms touch at the top. Exhale through the mouth, hands to heart center, Anjali Mudra. Bow the chin towards the heart. Take a moment to thank yourself for carving this time out of your day to be present, to share space, to share your breath with others virtually. And I thank you for joining me. And I hope you can take all the benefits from tonight's class with you into the rest of your night, the rest of your week, and onto your bike. I'm going to end with a quote from one of my friends in memory of her. Her name was Spanish. Magic and bubblegum. They can fix everything if you have the right ratio. Bring the thumb knuckles up to the third eye space. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. Hope you had a really good class. Yeah, I did. My knees are feeling good. Hopefully yours are too. Yeah, and let me know if there's anything you want to work on in any future classes, poses, parts of the body you want to stretch or strengthen, meditation, emotional stuff, whatever you want to work on. Let me know how I'm doing as well. If I need to improve anything. And please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Like my videos. Yeah, and yeah. Okay. Join me again this week on Thursday for Yin Yoga at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Saturday for energizing Vinyasa at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. And then next week, again with this class, Yoga for Cyclists every Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Please donate if you can. Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, and they're all listed on my social media accounts, my YouTube page. And if you can't find it, just shoot me a message because, donations are really appreciated. And they help so I can keep teaching free classes so that I can make yoga accessible and affordable for everyone. So, thank you again. And I hope you have a really, really good night. Bye.